Hello everyone, welcome to our today meeting, which is about food and aphrodisiacs. It is a part of the Urban Creatives project, which is funded by DZS and Solidarity Corps, and it is run by an NGO called Youth Included. My name is Natalia Szelachowska, and I will be a co-organizer of this meeting. And Chiara, are you there? I think there are still some technical problems.
Yes, the image of Chiara is now frozen.
Mm-hmm.
And we can't hear her.
I can see you and hear.
Oh, wow.
Can you see and listen or not?
We can listen, but we cannot see.
Yeah.
Okay, now we can see it.
Okay, great.
Maybe I will try.
It's with a lot of lag now.
Yeah.
And the sound arrives.
Yeah, I think the sound
late.
is okay.
I noticed that the sound it's coming very, very late to you.
Yes, but in comparison to the picture, I think it's okay.
Okay. Important is that you can see the kitchen and you can listen what Natka has to say.
Okay.
Well, I was thinking we're going to share it evenly. But in that case, well, let me start and then let's see how it goes.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Okay. And now your reaction was, I would say, even better than 5 minutes ago. So it's improving.
That's great.
So let's start with our today's topic, and probably the word aphrodisiacs is not new to you, and as we were already giving some hints in our Facebook events, the word aphrodisiacs comes from the goddess of love, so Aphrodite, who's a patron of those of the food or of those elements that we will be talking today. And as for aphrodisiacs itself, they have different roles in human functionality that basically they are addressed both to women and men. For centuries, they were mainly man domain, and there are situations that, for example, they were only reserved to be eaten by men. But luckily, today we can all enjoy good food and have a great taste of all of the products. What is important that there are different types of aphrodisiacs. There are like natural supplements, such as ginseng. There is different kind of food that is concerned as aphrodisiacs. So there are oysters or dark chocolate. Then there are herbs, like cloves, and some physioactive substances. And let's just say that there can be an alcohol included in moderate rates, of course. And how they work, like spicy substances, they can induce the feeling of arousal because of the capsaicin, which is an active substance, being the main part of hot chili peppers. Then they can, for example, resemble some reproductive organs of people, and there are different fruits and vegetables that just resemble them. Then there are reproductive organs, such as eggs, that can also be perceived as a product that increases sexual potency. And then there are foods that evoke senses, meaning sight, smell, or taste. And this can also give some kind of inspiration. About the uses of aphrodisiacs, it is important that there are three main categories. So increasing libido, then increasing potency, and then sexual pleasure. And there are different research being running that actually those active substances being part of food products can actually make a really huge difference in how we feel and how we can improve our relationships through eating those products. It is also important to know that not only those products, but healthy diet, regular exercises, and controlling stress levels can be an overall aphrodisiacs in our life. So this is like very short summary and introduction to the topic. And now let us start with the cooking, and I will jump in from time to time, adding maybe some spicy details to what Chiara is already preparing.
Yeah, I'm following you, of course, but I'm preparing the things, so everything will be ready. And if you have any question, please ask. So without any problem. So if you don't understand something I say, you want me to repeat it, feel free. Okay?
Great.
Okay. So for today, following the aphrodisiac food, I would say, I'm preparing for you and with you a plate very full of aphrodisiac, I would say. Ingredients are quite hot, I would say, like chili pepper. That, of course, this you can add as you like. Saffron threads. This is very important, that has to be in threads. So if you can see it, there is no powder in it. Why threads? Because it is pure. So once you use pure ingredients, you are also transmitting something. The real will to share with your partner something. So it's very important also the ingredients you use. So saffron has to warm up, not warm up, has to be put in warm water, not hot, in a way that will release all the color. So water is now yellow, then will be turning to dark yellow, almost red.
So it's almost like a tea.
Sorry?
So it's almost like a tea.
Yes, let's say almost like a tea, but in a coffee cup.
Okay.
Then we use shrimps. Shrimps are very tasty, very simple, very easy to cook, and also these are quite a lot aphrodisiac. Then olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, because has properties in our theme. So it's also thematic, and pure extra virgin olive oil is always a guarantee, especially for cooking, because of the antioxidants. But this is not the subject. And of course, we have wine. So for fish, we recommend to have a dry white wine. This especially is very fresh flavor, very fruity, and very easy to drink, not only while eating, but also while cooking. So if you are cooking with your partner, you can share the wine you cook with the wine, and you drink with your partner. So this is also giving a better atmosphere while cooking. Now I would say that we can start with the lesson itself. So we have to boil water for pasta. So I warmed it already before, so it will take a couple of minutes to boil. We will prepare pasta. Natka, if you want to say something about the ingredients, or if you want to add something that I didn't say, feel free. I will prepare pasta.
Well, what you've said in the first place, I think you started with chili peppers. Am I right? Or I think you mentioned something about chili peppers.
Yes, chili pepper. Chili
Yeah,
pepper is also, it's quite hot.
Yeah, they are considered to have the role of stimulants because of what I've already mentioned before, those high levels of capsaicin, which can basically cause this kind of physiological response. And it's very similar to what we basically can feel by experiencing closeness with another person. And it means the increased heart rate and sweating. And what is also interesting that it can also stimulate the nerve endings in tongue, and then can cause something like release of sex drive boost, which is something that I found, and I think it's quite interesting information for me, because I didn't connect basically the taste of spiciness with nerves ending. Also, from what I found in the research, is and also concern chili, is that it actually stimulates the production of endorphins, and those are those kind of chemical elements that are responsible for feeling of pleasure. So endorphins are being produced in the brain, and they are both helpful in general well-being, but also they can be produced, for example, to help overcome the pain. Chiara, are you there? It's like you're
Yes,
disappearing.
I am here. Sorry, I was washing my hands after garlic, because garlic is also aphrodisiac, but you have to pay attention.
Not to rub.
Because can make also the opposite effect. We don't want this today. So, okay, so I would start now with cooking. Water is boiling. I took away the skin of garlic, so we can warm it up in the olive oil, just to warm up without frying it. So,
is it the whole clove, or did you
yes,
smash it?
No. I put it whole, because if I smash it, then it will be too strong, and the garlic will then cover the taste of shrimps and of saffron. So it's important to put the garlic to make to give the flavor, but then we take away the garlic and it's important not to smash it. So let's say that we will warm up garlic and we make it turn to be gold. And Ruben, are you cooking with us?
No, I'm just watching right now.
Okay.
Right.
So consider that the pasta is taking 8 minutes, 10 minutes. This one is 10 minutes. So we will take it away before, and we finish the cooking inside the pan, but one step by step. Now, garlic is starting to be colored. Chili pepper, how much? It's up to the taste, but consider that if you put too much, same story as garlic, the delicate taste of the shrimps and saffron will disappear. So I would put really, for 2 people, I would put just 2 small seeds. 2, maximum 3 I would put. So it's giving a bit chillier taste, but not extremely chilly. But then, of course, you can always add as much as you can, depending from how hot you want your pasta to be. We can put it later. So I have it already prepared. Garlic is getting dark, so I can take it away. So we throw away garlic. So you see, it has to be, at least on one side, has to be a bit gold. And we take it away. Now it's time to put the shrimps. Far from the fire, because it will be sparkling. So let's freeze it for a while. And we put all the shrimps.
So as for the shrimps,
Sorry?
I found some interesting information about how they can be perceived as
Perfect.
aphrodisiacs, and basically the biggest quality which they can offer is that they have huge amount of iodine, which is important when it comes to thyroid gland, and it is very closely related to basal metabolism, and probably then you can see.
Excuse me, Natka, just for a while.
Yeah.
Just a parenthesis, I will start cooking pasta, okay? So it will take 10 minutes. I will stop it at 7, okay?
Yeah.
So that's it. Sorry.
Okay, it's fine. I just need to go back to where I was.
We're talking about the shrimps that find some
Yeah.
properties.
Yeah, that they have iodine, and iodine deficiency basically has a documented influence in reducing the sex drive. So it can actually, eating shrimps can be one of those kind of products which can help with thyroid health. Plus, as many forms of seafood shrimps have omega-3 acids, and they are famous as those kind of good acids which are incredibly important for health and battle aging, and can also improve mood. And the last information, which can be also useful for our knowledge about shrimps, is that they have as well iron and zinc, and especially zinc is this kind of mineral which can be found as one of the let's say amino acid elements, and they are boosting neurotransmitters in the brain.
Chiara, I have a question.
Okay.
What are the green leaves that you were cutting?
Yes, this is parsley.
Parsley,
I
okay.
add some parsley, but just a few pieces to give a small flavor to this, and especially I put the back part, this part, because this is full of juice, more than the leaves. So it's very good to use it. Now I will add the chili pepper. Shrimps are very fast to cook. But anyway, we keep them here, so it's the sauce, it's coming out some sauce. And now we need to add the wine. So let's say that for 2 people, this is even maybe too much, but it's depending on how much water it's needed then to cook. So we put a bit of wine, not all. Can you feel the smell?
I wish.
It's really, really nice. I have to say that I love shrimps.
It's quite interesting because I have to be honest, like I didn't pay attention to the ingredients of this class today, but I had a friend, a couple with me yesterday, and by accident I had actually shrimps in my freezer, so I did for them kind of a very similar thing that we are doing right now. So I'm still remembering the smell from yesterday, which I guess it's very similar to the one that you are feeling now. The garlic and the olive oil with the shrimps.
Okay. Now we have, can you see there is some cream?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we can switch the fire for shrimps off. So we keep it here and we wait for pasta. I would like to give a tip about saffron.
Go for it.
As I said before, it's important to have the one in threads. So the reason why it has to be pure, of course, I explained already before, but there is also another thing. Saffron is very, very healthy. As Natka said before, like some herbs, they can be very healthy for the reproductive organs. And saffron is one of that. So apart from this, it's also very important the quality of saffron. Mostly the threads you find, they are original. They are very expensive, and they have to be expensive. So if you find cheap saffron, might not be the real one, the pure one. So consider that 1 kilo of saffron has a price between 15 and 30,000 euros. And the reason why,
Wow.
yeah, it's really very expensive. So 1 gram, it's something like 15 or 30 euros. Minimum, depending on the quality. So it's important
It's almost
to
more
know.
expensive than cocaine.
Well, I don't know.
I also didn't find any kind of comparison between the prices. I found only information that the saffron is the most expensive of all of the spices, and it's because basically it is used from the stigma, so those kind of small female elements
Exactly.
inside flowers. And
Exactly.
the flower has 3 of them, so to make, I don't know, a kilo. Let me just check. I think I have somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really only 3-4 threads it has, maximum 4 threads per flower. So you can imagine how many flowers you need to make 1 kilo or even 1 gram.
Yeah.
So that's why it's expensive.
Where does it come originally?
Saffron comes from different countries. It can come from Florida, from South America, in some places, because the soil is very important. So has to be cold, has to be dry, but has to be enough water. So saffron cannot grow up everywhere.
I know that the largest
sun.
producers are
Sorry?
iron. The largest producers, those are Iran and
Yes.
Spain.
Iran, Spain, they have the best soil for saffron. But saffron from Florida is also not bad. But higher quality is from Middle East, like Iran and other countries, close countries. This one I'm using is Italian, because there are several areas in the central part of Italy. This actually comes from the Abruzzo region, and it's in the central part of Italy. Mountain, there are mountains. It's growing up on quite 700 meters upon the sea level. So you can imagine that there is enough water. The soil is enough wet, but not too much to break the flower. So the temperature is and the climate is has to be specific. So this is good quality, and it's one of the fewest parts in Italy where you can find high quality saffron. So in threads. Now let's go back to pasta before we overcook it and we don't want it. So now we put some salt. I put salt before taking away pasta because, as you know, salt is taking out the water from the vegetables, for example. So it's helping to take out the excess water, but in terms of pasta, we have to keep the properties. This pasta is made with an ancient grain, so it's already a healthy whole grain pasta.
So you put the salt almost at the end then?
Yes, I generally put it 2 minutes before taking away pasta.
Okay, interesting.
Because otherwise the pasta will be deprived of the properties.
Okay.
Now, let's put this back, and we start putting pasta. We warm up again the sauce with shrimps. And we start adding the pasta. I take it with this spoon because I need to keep the water.
Mm-hmm.
and we put it, make it cook here. The last minutes we cook inside the pot. So I keep the water, I switch it off, and I keep it for later. Now we can add some more parsley. Parsley, it's very good, but we have to not. We don't have to abuse of it, especially pregnant women, because parsley can be dangerous. So pregnant women have really to pay attention on using parsley. Never abuse it. Okay, now I think it's time to try our pasta to see how it is, if it's cooked or how long left, so I know how much water to add. This is almost done. I will put some more salt. So I don't think we will need water, but better to keep it. Okay, so our pasta is almost cooked. The next thing we do is now to add saffron all together, like this, at the end. Then we take all the threads from inside. We don't waste anything. High fire, because now pasta has to finish cooking, but also the sauce inside the water has to get dry, otherwise we have a soup. And we don't want a soup for lunch, so high fire, and we continue cooking.
As for the saffron, I found this quite interesting information that in one of the towns in Turkey, which is called Safranbolu, there is an annual saffron harvest festival, and it's basically the UNESCO heritage site, which is famous for this delicate flower.
It's interesting, yeah. And now we can prepare the plates. Here is almost done, so we can turn fire. We put some other parsley. Okay, now we can prepare the plates. Now our plates are ready, and we decorate with some parsley again. Also this, if you like. Some people can add rucola, so it's giving the different. There is a contrast. There will be the contrast with the delicacy of the shrimps and the bitter of rucola, rocket salad. And this is our plate. We have, okay, this is the cooking wine, but it's the one that we will we will drink today that perfectly matches with delicate tastes like this one. And buon appetito.
Grazie.
E buon San Valentino a tutti. Happy Valentine's to everyone.
Grazie.
Thanks.
I hope you enjoyed our day, our recipe.
Yeah,
And if you want then to try it and to post it in the event, you can feel free. Of course, we are curious to see your cooking, your pictures. Natka, do you want to add something?
I think that you covered it all. So yes, thank you very much.
And any questions?
Yeah, maybe questions.
Yeah, it was interesting in terms of some of the small details, like for example, putting the salt almost at the end. It's something that never crossed my mind, to be honest, about that. So next time that I do pasta, I'll definitely will take that in consideration. Yeah, in terms of the saffron, it was also really nice to hear or to know some details about it. Yeah, and yeah, it's good. So thank you very much for sharing this.
Thank you for participating to our event. We are very happy that we had you.
Cool. So yeah, so now the next time that I do this, I'll definitely post pictures of it.
Perfect.
To the group.
Perfect. So we are looking forward to see your pictures.
Good.
Okay.
So
Great.
thank you, and I wish you all a nice Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And see you in our next event.
Exactly. Have a good
Thank
time.
you. Happy Valentine's to everyone.
Thank you. Also to you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.